Hello again, it's Priscilla Batzel in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery in the backyard, and it has been days and days of cold weather where I could not work. So I have a plan that I've been mulling over for a while. I've only ever done a couple of puddle pours, and I think the videos are both on the list. There's like 350, almost 350 videos. Probably by this time this gets posted, probably more. Anyway, these are my Princeton Catalyst art tools. Little silicone spatulas. You can find them on my Amazon link, and they're very handy to use, and I use them often, and I may be using them in a moment, and I may not, but probably I will. This is my OXO omelet turning spatula. This spreads paint like a dream. I'm going to keep going. I found this little container. I think it contained an iPod at one point in time, but it's the right depth for me to put a bunch of different colors in. I kind of want to use black and white with this, and what I'm going to do, there we go. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take these little silicone cupcake containers, and although they'd be great for ring pours, I used to make my puddle pours by scooping paint out of a mixture of paint colors. And instead of scooping them out, I think I'm just going to pour them out. So let me put my glasses on my face so I can see the difference. Oh, my glasses are really bad. Really, really, really dirty. Oh, darn. Yeah, that's the polite version of that. So, I think that I am going to just wish that I had left myself a space to put that canvas down over here. And quickly, I'm going to do that. What I want to do is grab my black. And put a nice coating on there. I think I'm going to scrape my spatula off, making sure, before I do so, that I have every bit of that canvas covered. And because there's no black paint on the other side and we're doing a puddle pour over, I don't think it matters much what I do here. I'm going to squeeze a bead of paint over to that black. I haven't really decided how I'm going to start, but I will alternate puddles. Yes, I'm hit it. Darn. Puddles with squeeze bottles. That's my plan anyway. And I suppose I could do it faster. Oh, you know what? That's going to be enough paint, and I wasn't sure it was. Or maybe it's going to be enough paint. But I don't like taking a terrible long time to prime a canvas for you guys. But I will touch up my sides if I need to after. And right now I will tell you what I tell everybody every time. Yeah, I don't care if some of this stuff gets mixed together. It doesn't bother me. Put your paint tools into a bucket of water to keep, especially the spatulas, to keep the paint from drying on them. You don't want that to happen. And once you have paint water, find a way to dispose of it so that it doesn't go down the pipes in your house. It's been recommended to use a bucket. To me, I use sand. And I'm going to stop talking now and start painting. Sort of kind of, I also have been using this basting brush here, the one that I pulled every other bristle out of, and I went back to Walmart. I had some other stuff to get, and I pulled out every other bristle again on this bigger version, so I might be using that. So in the meantime, let's start with, I don't think it works like ring pours work. Let's get those out of there, and let's put these over here. Let's think about this. I'm going to scoop out of this container, so I'm going to put the colors that I want in there. And because those are neon colors, I'm going to do what I always do and try and put some white around them so that when I scoop them up, they might actually show. And that would be okay with me. Very much okay with me. And they don't have to be complicated colors, but I'd like them to be fun. And that is a dark magenta, which I'm thinking of adding a little bit of white to at some point in time here. I mixed up a whole bunch of different orange colors, variations the other day, and that's good because I like them. They pop. They make me happy. And I've shaken most of my squeeze bottles, which I keep a marble in. And I keep a marble in them to shake the Floetrol. They're all pre-mixed with Floetrol and GAC 800. GAC 800 is in there to keep the thick paint when I use it from cracking. Maybe some yellow. I kind of like that. Alright. Okay, what am I going to do with those? I got to try at least one. So, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try at least one. And I'm going to use the white in between, like I said. And they're just going to wind up being ribbon pours. Or it's going to wind up being a ribbon pour. Or multiples. I like the idea of this because you can tip the front and make a spout. And that seems to be an important aspect. Having a good spout. Because 1 out of the 4 measuring cups that I have has a terrible spout. And made an absolute mess of a painting. Fortunately, I'm good at rescuing things. So it wasn't the devastating event that I'm making it out to be as a result. So those fill up pretty quick. Who knows what we're going to get out of that. I think a little bit of that Prussian blue with the decor pouring medium. Whoops, really? Okay. Squeezed right into there. Can I still lift it? It's going down on a silicone cookie sheet. Kind of want some turquoise or some blue or something in there. So I think I'll just do that. Yeah, that's good. And how about over here? Maybe, maybe not. Let's see. I don't have gold in here. And strangely enough, I actually like the gold. Really? How about a different bottle, Priscilla? Hello, different bottle. Where are you? Ah, I have, there we go. Now we're good. I'm just going to grab some of that. And you know what? While I'm here, I'm just going to continue on making a pretty dish of colors. And I'm going to throw that Prussian blue in there because I want some drama. And since I'm here with that, and I didn't add any of it, evidently, I wonder if that's deep enough. Boy, that's pretty. Wow. And maybe, just maybe, I can keep it level. Can I keep it level? Not really. I don't have my, I'm working outside, so my surface is not level. I've leveled my, my rotating ring and my tile with popsicle sticks that I would normally use to mix paint, or at least I used to. And I'm going to get some of my paint out of the way. Bring this back. I'm going to start with a puddle of white, or several, and see what happens. Let's do, first of all, we might want more. Let's do little scoops, I think. I used to use this butter dish, which is a cool thing. If you find one of these, they're handy. Maybe I should do that now. You know what? I'm going to find a small scoop. I say that optimistically. And I'm not finding it anywhere, so it must be in a bucket somewhere. So I'm just going to grab this color. And I'm going to puddle pour it right in place. And then, as I said, see if I can rest that so it'll drip into my dish. Yeah, good luck with that. I'm going to use other colors from squeeze bottles because I can. Oh boy. Alright, so here goes nothing. Let's do that a couple places without a puddle around the outside edge, because I'm planning on tipping this, and this may be enough color to cover everything. You never know. So I'm going to do this again. You know what? I want some of that in there. So I broke my rules. Oh well, never mind. Such pretty cells and such. Yeah, that was silly. Alright, so back to this. Yeah, I'm not going in the order I thought I was going to go in, but it's okay. Puddle pours are puddle pours. I'm going to throw some of that in there. Maybe some more of that. Because I'm not really getting what I expected to happen there. But I will be doing another painting after this, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. I love this color. What is that? That looks like a hair. Okay, fine. We'll just cover it up. And I removed it, by the way. So this is akin to the ring pours in that there's a bunch of little puddles. And other than that, it's not ring pours. And I am playing fast and loose with paint. Pleasing myself as I go. I want some real orange again. Where's the dark red orange? There it is. I like the cells in the middle of that. I kind of feel bad about that. I love those cells in there. That seems sort of sad to say it, and then there they go. Oh well. I'm liking all of this. Wow. Check that out. Isn't that beautiful? That's just gorgeous. I see stuff in there. I haven't done this for a while. I'm a little giddy, sorry. So I always like the purple. That's really strange that the pink is separated a little bit. It's got some white in it, but you know, I'm doing pours, so I'm not really too concerned with it. I think I have plenty of paint on here now, and I like to keep a little paint back just in case there's something I want to do. I say that, but then, come on, out you go. That little container is working okay, and I don't mind it. I'm thinking, what am I thinking? I'm thinking that I want some more blue over here, and then pour that in. Now the last time I did this, I believe that I was using paint that I had put a little squirt of silicone in, and the next time I was using paint left over from that other time. So I'm going to quickly move a couple of these things out of my way so that I can pick this up and tip it. I'm kind of glad I didn't paint the edges too thoroughly. Although this is kind of cool. I could just save it right like this. And this is going to be the same situation ring pours are, where I'm probably going to get to a point where I'm going to want to use an edge catcher. I did set my timer. We are running very low on time. I do see I want to add something over here because some of my goodies have gone away. I want to say that underneath the video you will find all kinds of information, starting with the Teespring clothing line that I'm attempting to share with you guys. Some of my favorite pieces are going up first. There's awesome leggings. Okay, I'm going to grab an edge catcher. I thought I might have to do this in 2 go-rounds. I hope I can save some white. I want some negative space, but I don't have a huge amount of hope for that right now, because I can see all that running. But this might be a really different kind of puddle pour. I might be really happy that I put that black there, because it's pretty cool. I could leave it right the way it is. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Wow. So maybe, just maybe, if I want the paint to come this way and that way, I should put my edge catcher right here and let everything run. That's neat. Oh, I like it a lot. I want some of that paint to go right there without losing everything that I love. I'm going to squeeze that back over. And then I'm going to let it tip down again. Same thing, I don't want to lose all that nice black negative space. But I've got some really neat stuff going on. And I like the drip effect. I want to keep that going. And in order to do so, I'm going to have to squeeze that back on to cover the edge. I like all that. Cool. What am I going to do now? I'm going to move my thumb down the edge of the canvas to cover it with the pooling black paint, because I can, and it's enough. It's run down. I'm going to pull this way for a second. I'm sorry that I'm compulsive, but I have to do what I have to do because I can. That's the whole point. Alright, so we got some other things going on here, and I don't really want to mess with anything too awful much. But it's not going to bother me to try and play with my little basting brush a little bit. I think maybe just adding some black across here will fix it, will help me. Yes, that was my finger. No, I haven't used the wonderful Princeton Art Tool Catalyst spatulas, and I will do that. Why don't I do that right now? And often black and white together will catalyze some cells. And I like to pull paint. I really do. I'm not sure if this was the perfect time for that yet. But I'm liking everything I've got. That is catching on my tile. I'm liking everything I've got, but I'd like to pull that down there. And if I had a better mix of colors in my little silicone cupcake holder, I'd probably try that. But you know what I can do? What I can do is utilize another spatula and dip it in the paint where I want it and let it run down. Just use it to lead it right out. You're never stuck with anything. So I'd like some color down over that edge, and now I have it. Where else do I want it? Good question. Just going to keep grabbing some of that color and letting it go down over the edge and touching the spatula to the edge. Covers it nicely with paint. And I'm happy about all of that. I can fix this black edge in a minute if I so desire. I can fix it right now if I so desire. We're going to run out of time, and I'm going to not remember to tell you things I need to, and things I need to tell you are my paint pouring recipe is inside the description for the video. And you can also find Patreon and PayPal places you can donate to help me keep my studio going. And by doing so, you will most likely be entered into a contest to win one of 3 paintings, because that's what I've been doing recently, and I expect to do it again. I'm not sure what they'll be yet at this moment, but I'm pretty sure by the time this video comes out that there will be another contest running. I have yet to figure out how to introduce it to the community, though. Other than PayPal and Patreon, there are Facebook albums of wet and dry artworks from YouTube down with my Pinterest board link and my Instagram link. And what else? I'm focused. I like what's going on up here. I don't mind changing it up a little bit. There's the timer. I probably have a couple of minutes left to tell you stuff I need to tell you. I haven't torched yet, and I'd like to do that for the recording. I'm destroying my black space, and I really liked it, so I'm thinking I might want it back again. And the only way I can think of to do that is to scrape that off, put that on, wipe it off again, and pull it over with my spatula, which is okay, because honestly the black paint doesn't always cover the first time anyway, so it's a nice thing to do. Let's grab the torch while we have a minute, and I'm going to say this is Priscilla Batzel in Spring Hill, Florida, and I'm at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery. You can find the Amazon link directly under the video, and if you shop there, you help me out every time you buy something at no added cost to you, and I really, really appreciate that. So this is very cool, and I'm totally loving it. Not as sure about all that up there, but I might add a few dots up there and see what happens. We torch to release the bubbles in the paint, and also to release these cellular patterns that look like little blood cells or whatever. I could drag a few more things out, but I like what I've got so much. I think I'm just going to be looking forward to the next painting. I'm calling this one good. I'm so happy you joined me. I want to say thank you to all the people who have contributed to keep me painting. I really, really super appreciate that. And if you can't contribute and you just make comments, that's fine. I do sell my artwork. Please, please, please give me a thumbs up. It helps my standing on YouTube and helps more people see my videos. So I appreciate all of the comments that everybody gives me, and I hope you never stop. And I love that there are over 37,000 of you. Thank you very much for subscribing. I appreciate it.